Constitution would have to say. We have excluded this process from public participation. You'd have to resolve the main issue, one of the main issues at this stage before the petition has been heard. That would obviously be irregular. Now, none of us expect it to happen. I still wonder how the respondents would expect for them to get such kind of an order. I go to the second test, and this is the test of whether those orders will be rendered nugatory. My Lord, again, I will not use the word no-brainer. But my Lord, this is not a difficult argument to be able to resolve. And I believe I had a little bit say something about it. But my Lord, the whole argument would be this, that if the whole argument, and that has been our case since we first came here last Tuesday, that we cannot, my Lord, be able to have a situation in which the petitioners are saying the constitutions of Kenya has been systematically violated, and that all these obsessions with the application to set aside the conservatory orders that are in place are meant to complete the violations of the constitutions. My Lord, under the constitutions, your first duty is to defend the constitution. That duty is particularly greater for the simple reason, is it called Meduse? The MP, Metuse, that one. When the mover of the motion had that duty under the constitutions, President of Kenya had that duty when conducting, making appointment under 149, National Assembly had that duty, and the Senate. But my Lord, you are saying in those 5 instances, the constitution has been violated. And because, my Lord, the constitution has been violated by individual state officers who are under a duty to uphold the constitution, then the duty of this court to ensure that we do not turn this constitution into a mere platitudes, into a hollow documents, a false prospectus, is all the more greater. And it is for those reasons, my Lord, that I would be saying that everything would become nugatory when they can be able to say, mission accomplished. They can go one day after the ruling. They can go to Uhuru Park or whichever other place for them to say, we are swearing Kindiki. That would be a mockery of justice. But there is a greater mockery of justice that I would want to point out. Because this thing, and to break it down for the people, every order in the normal litigations we do with every day, and you say somebody's rights are going to be violated. If somebody is saying I should not be hanged, I was not convicted properly by the High Court, if, my Lord, that person is hanged before he has been heard by the Court of Appeal, clearly it would mean that the process of justice had not been completed, yet we have hanged the guy. My Lord, in America, they keep on hanging people. Many of them terrible criminals, mass killers. But, my Lord, you will observe that at the time when we see these televised killings in America, it is always after they have exhausted judicial process, so that they are sure that process that are irreversible take place after every legal benefit and protection has been accorded. One of those that is important, my Lord, is captured under Article 27 of the Constitutions, the right to protection of law. So that the issue, as long as I'm in court, the matter is not yet over. It might well be possible that we might lose this application, the interim application that is before the court. But we might also win it, and we are likely to win it. So that because, my Lord, of that issue, that a person may actually succeed at the other stage is the reason why you prevent taking irreversible decisions. And, my Lord, what is the scenario that we are talking here? My Lord, with the scenario here we are talking about here is simple. Immediately after assuming the orders were lifted, that's the scenario I want to describe. What is it that is going to happen? My Lord, we would have a scenario where the Chief Justice whilst these proceedings are pending before the court, would have to preside over the swearing in of Honorable Kindiki.
My Lord, is it in order for my lovely friend to keep speculating about the swearing in of Professor Kindiki?
The issue of swearing in
and also, and he's referred to it 3 times now. This is the 4th time.
My Lord, I believe that's the law. They have been saying they want to.
And my Lord, will ask you,
Then
I was to ask my Lord, what is the dispute before you? Is it the impeachment and whether it was lawful, or is it the nomination of the second interested party? Because
first of all, it's both, and I would want some protection for me to conclude, so that we are all fair. They will have their time to respond, and I will not interfere with it. My Lord, so that the important scenario that we must seek to avoid is a situation, and this is matter, it is also a matter both of the Constitution and statute law. My Lord, the issue is that if we get ourselves into a situation in which the Honorable, the Chief Justice, might have to preside over the swearing in of Honorable Kindiki while this petition is pending, my Lord, that, to borrow the words of Honorable, my friend Muigai, Senior Counsel, would be the greatest absurdity that we can encounter. Why is it an absurdity? It's an absurdity, my Lord, for the simple reason that one of the authorities that we have cited is the Assumption of Office Act, where, because of the experiences that this republic went through in the years 2007, 2008, specific laws had to be made to ensure that not only will this event be a public event. That's number one. But the more important issue from the standpoint of law is this, that before we get there, all legal disputes, contestations over the right to occupy that office would have been resolved. And my Lord, that is the reason precisely why they say, after the Supreme Court has confirmed the validity of those 2 positions, then you do the swearing. My Lord, it would amount to taking us back if that aspect, that rule of civilizations, were to be taken away on account of the setting aside of the conservatory orders that were issued, and for very good reasons, by your brother judges. I don't know whether there was a sister, by your brother judges. So that, my Lord, the issue, as far as we are concerned, that is an absolutely important issue. We go to the next important issue, public interest. My Lord, public interest has